Greetings, everybody. Mad Matt Wonk here with another episode of Mad Matt's Minecraft. Today is Friday, and it's awesome because it's the weekend soon, and today's my last work day before I get to fly home and visit family, and my videos might become more erratic then. But we're going to start out. As you see, I got 30 levels, so we shall start with a book. A book, and it's Bane of Arthropods 4. Sadly, not the most useless book I've gotten before. But it's pretty crappy. A chest here? No, okay. Yeah, we'll do it. Goodbye, Bane of Arthropods. Goodbye forever. We're also gonna come over here and get some water, because that'll be useful. So, today, it took me a while. I wasn't able to record as early as I would like. It's just the night before. And today I was having a bit of a think over about exactly what I wanted to do. I did just go caving recently. I got myself a bunch more iron. I found 23 diamonds, I think it was. A lot of diamonds. Good stuff. That's how I got to level 30. That was not the mob farm, that was actual caving. So that's pretty cool. So, one of the things, I believe I mentioned it in a previous video, but I'm not entirely sure. But one of the things that I want over here is a mob system, because they're pretty useful. Pretty useful to have, just to get a real basic spawnery thing. And so, it's this one under the torch. Oh. Okay, it's this one under the torch right here. There's a chest down here. And this will be where we collect the lootses. So that will be the hopper. And then from here, it's 29 blocks up is the new number. I think I need a shovel. My sister is over here watching me over my shoulder. So that's pretty cool. I got I got a box of supplies here. So that's a chest. No, this will be the ground where they land on. So I need to go to 29. Using math. Yeah. There we go, 29. We need to take that up. So, if you guys watch Zisto, he actually did one of these today, or in his most recent video, and it's actually the exact same style that I'm going to be doing, is the one that he did, and it's pretty simple. It's not the simplest. I just need to make sure that there's like 29. And hey, guess what? I totally should have put like a bucket of water down before. I don't know if I have enough blocks to go all the way up. You've been counting, right?
Nope.
Ah, okay. I'll probably put ladders at the side anyway. Or you know what? F3. F3 would have been a good thing. Anyway, Zeist was doing one of the exact same design. Actually, I don't know. I might actually use his design instead of the one that I'm used to using, because his uses a little bit less material. And I don't know if it works better or not. But we shall see. We shall see. No, I need that water bucket. I need rid of the seeds though. Let's get that, and then we will 1, 2, 4. I don't know how numbers work. Okay, let's make some ladders. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Dang it. Um, 24, 27, 30. Excellent.
Water bucket first.
Yeah. All have ladders I can fall on. And I respawn like right over there. Look, I can see my house from here. So yeah. G-Sto's, I was actually really close. Yep, Zisto's building the same thing, and it's just pretty simple thing. Allow me to passively get it. I'm not gonna. This isn't set up for XP. This is just set up primarily to give the things that are like in the world. I'll just use this. This will work. Primarily to give the things places to spawn that aren't attacking me. Channel that energy towards me getting loots as opposed to me dying. It's a waste of a block. Oh well. So basically, it's also a waste of a block. Come on, work. Okay, so I'm just gonna build the first layer real quick. Zstos is like 5 layers. It's a modular system, so you can add on as you desire. But I'm not going to do more than just a first layer today. I don't know how many layers I'm going to do because it's just a thing to have to make things that spawn on my head less likely. So basically we get these platforms here, and I don't have a crucial piece, which is why I have a very useful ladder heading up. But okay, this is an intersection, I believe. It works like this. There should end up being 12 of these. So how does this work? It's been way too long since I made one of these. Okay, think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, there'll be another row of these here. Ah, yeah, that's the corner. Okay. Yeah, it'll be like that. Leave the corner empty real quick. 1, 2, 3. Boy, building stuff and counting is hard. So glad I decided to do this video. It's gonna be longer than the ones I've wanted to do recently because there's like building and stuff in this one. This one is actually going to contain water. Once it's all said and done, that's a water spot. And so, how it works is, okay, so there's mobs that you don't want spawning in your mob system. These mobs are spiders, because spiders will clog up the system, and so do endermen, are more difficult to deal with than they're really worth. If you want to spawn enderman, go to the end. It's kind of what it's there for. So how am I doing on cobblestone? I think it's a very, very intriguing question. I'm not doing so hot. What was the thing? The thing I was saying, yeah, you don't want spiders, and you don't want endermen. Now, endermen, easy to stop. They're just a bit taller than the other mobs. So you just have to make what's the word? Make the spawning space 2 blocks high, and then they won't be able to spawn. Yeah, that's the word. But spiders are a little bit more difficult, and so with how spiders spawn, there's a 3x3 area that they check, and so that's what these spawning pads are going to be. The aforementioned 3x3 spawning area. 2, 3. And so, what we'll do is downstairs below, you might have seen as I glanced in the chest, I do have a selection of half slabs. And we'll plop a half slab in the middle of these right here. It's going to get dark, and you guys will be able to see firsthand how well this works. Now I'm not quite sure. Zisto's model, the model I'm used to, is don't eat that block there. That's gonna confuse me. Okay. The model I'm used to puts makes a too high trench, so that when they fall into the trench, they cannot physically get out. Zistos didn't do that, and he just has a one high trench, and I don't know if that's just because he doesn't care enough to make it, that high, or if it will work just as well. So I'm not quite sure which method I'm going to. I better figure that out fairly soon. Okay, that's that one. So this is nope. Go back. This pick. Did I show you guys this pick? Wrath of Op. It's my new work pick. It is decently beast. Unbreaking 3, efficiency 5. I've been on an enchanting spree. Been spending way too long in the one room making enchantments. This I don't trust Easter. I saw Etho make it this way, and it does take a bit more resources, but I do trust Etho when it comes to mob spawning. It was a while ago, so I don't know if it is still the best method, or if the other method works just as fine. Zisto has a really, really beautiful system. He made his out of, like, glass, so you can see things, and it's, like, all transparent blocks for the most part. It's pretty legit, so I would highly recommend checking it out. I'm gonna run out of stuff soon, which is good, because I'm, like, also out of food. No, falling. Taking fall damage while working on a system like this is extremely likely. It is also, at this stage of the proceedings, extremely likely to fall down. Whether or not that's a hostile mob action or not is up to you. I've got 7 left. Yeah, it's actually valid spot. Okay. No food. I do have a water bucket. You know what else I have? I have a ladder. Whee! Not far enough. Let's go. Come off it. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Blocks, 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 blocks. Boxes. Boxes upon boxes of boxes. I really had to like go up and make that look a lot cooler. I think you can make it look cooler. I'm thinking of skidding it so it looks like a water tower, like you would find in your hometown. And so that's a thought that I have had to make it fit in with the village a little bit more. Not horribly sold on it yet, but I'm not non-sold on it either. Neither? One of those. So you can actually cut that one out. It's not necessary, it's just kind of useful. So water gets placed in here, and it flies down, and as you can see, it stops right above that hole, so we don't have to worry about the water coming down that hole. Now, let's actually come right. Crap, actually. Oh. We'll use just a brief infinite spring trick to give myself that and that. Torch, like a bit of a higher level. Okay, so yeah, placing that right there will keep a spider from spawning there, because it can't detect a spider. Non-spider mobs detect this as a full block and it'll spawn here, but spider mobs detect, like, try and make a 3x3 square that has solid ground underneath it, and so they cannot physically spawn here at this space because it's not big enough. So that's cool. That'll keep spiders out of the works. So, this design gives 12 per level gives 12 spawning pads, each with like 8 blocks of ability. So that's 96 spawning spaces if things work like they're supposed to. Get rid of that book for aesthetics. We're gonna drop that in there. And go, no. Pick water up, pick water up. Okay, so squaring. This one's gonna be more boring of a video. I would not be disappointed if people don't watch this much. So here's a question. You guys might be saying, hey Matt, with how this water stream goes, it ends up that you have this spot right here where a mob would fall and there's not things. Well, yes, that is very true. That is the thing that could happen, person who asked that question. And so what you do is you throw a bucket of water there as well, and it'll push any mob that lands in the water here. Because how this works is mobs, when they're a certain distance away from you, they start acting kind of stupid, and they'll just like walk off and fall in the water, and then they'll just ride this stream, and then they'll ride this stream, and then they'll plummet to their untimely demises. So it's a perfect system. Extremely karmatic. So, come off it. There we go. Nope. And water bucket. Nope, can't do that yet. Jumpings. I missed my boots of the traveler. Ooh, that was the thing I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about mods. Because there were a lot of mods in Feed the Beast that were really awesome. And some mods that were becoming less awesome as time progressed, and a bunch of stuff like that. And I'm really intrigued to see people who are on the server, what mods they liked, and what mods they could care less about. Personally, I was a huge fan. I loved, what's it called? Thumbcraft. Once I figured out Thumbcraft, it was awesome. And I would not be opposed to a mod like, pretty much, like if Industrial Craft needed, worked like Thumbcraft, I would love that a lot, where you had to figure out and research how to make all these different things. It's kind of like that as you work your way up the skill, the tech tree, and develop the new levels of things, but it's not entirely like that. And so I don't know, I don't know how feasible it is, but I think that'd be kind of cool. I've also heard of a pollution mod that would also be very interesting to tie in with that, to Thumbcraft. Like the Thumbcraft concept of nodes is another brilliant concept, and I would definitely be interested in more things using nodes to say, hey, in this area there is pollution, and things happen in this area because the pollution levels are so high, or things like that. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. I am also fairly well versed in computer craft. Not necessarily all of it, but I do love my turtles, and turtles are a pretty cool thing. I'm not sure about soul shards though. Soul shards, it's like a beautiful mod in concept, because you end up getting all these materials without having to work for it. But getting what you want without having to do the work, like it's a lot less rewarding for one. I've got no food. That's gonna kill me, I'm sure. I've got like no food, yay. I was talking about a topic. I was talking about mods. Okay. Don't break things? Yay. So yeah, I'm not, and they're changing it up, I guess, is what I heard as of the last time I heard about it. And I don't know. The things I heard about the new changes don't necessarily intrigue me. In fact, it turns me off from the mod a little bit. I do love Biomes of Plenty. another awesome mod, but with wait, did I just break a thing? I'm not sure. Nope, I just did it wrong. Okay. Um, but with Biomes of Plenty, I'm not sure with the 1.7 stuff. I'm not sure how much such a mod would be useful because we already have a lot of biomes. Let us throw a roof on it. It's going to be just too high, and this is where things are going to start getting dangerous because as this roof, I didn't want to fall down here. As this roof gets on it, the light levels drop, and things can spawn in here. I can actually do one right there. Let's see. So yeah, you know, I'm not sure. Soul shards. One of the things that I'm kind of experimenting. One of the reasons why we're on a 1.7 is not only because they've added so much cool stuff, is because I feel like I kind of lost the gist of Minecraft. In Feed the Beast, it was all about, not necessarily all about it, but a lot of it was about teching up, where you were just constantly having to get to the next level of tech. And it gave you fairly godlike powers when you did, but, godlike powers are cool. I'm not denying that they're cool and they're useful, and it's nice to not have to worry about certain things, but it takes away from the game, I believe, when you are... Ah, gravity! Ow. Oh, okay.
Still falling.
Yeah. That's much velocity I had. Anyway, in Feed the Beast, there are a lot of things that would have kept that from happening. One of those things that they added in Feed the Beast to keep that from happening was not common sense. That would be something I would have to get on my own. Where's my helmet? Okay. One more piece of armor. Okay, where is it? I'm trying to get on my armor. Oh, it's near a lot of stone. It's near a lot of stone. Let's go! Dang it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. There's things that would have stopped that from happening. But, building proper safety precautions also would have stopped that from happening. So that's no necessary guarantee about keeping you alive. I'm fully hungered now, though, so that's good. We do need to get to the end. We haven't found the end on here as far as I know. Don't know where our strongholds are. The server did kind of change. Well, fine then. How about leave this mess things up? I don't know. Let's find out. You never know. Oh, good. Block drops. Interesting. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, so no. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. There's like, Feed the Beast is cool and all, but there's a lot of things that I feel lose the soul of Minecraft. And aesthetics is one of those things. And yeah, there are people who are like amazingly good builders who can build very beautiful things. I do watch a lot of the Minecrackers, and so I, definitely know that people can build beautiful things in Feed the Beast. I just know that I never did. I started to. Actually, I really did love my treehouse, my Ewok village that I was building. That was really cool, but I never finished it because, well, first of all, there was a lot of lag, and I don't know how much of that was from being in a massive forest or what. And yeah, I'm not sure. I do not know. And so that was one reason why I was having issues. And then one of the reasons I wasn't putting up videos is it wasn't extremely entertaining content because I was just digging out trees and putting things around it and just kind of randomly building. But one of But I haven't spent too long in this house. That redstone floor is taking freaking forever because that's an expensive floor. Oh my gosh, is that expensive? I've got like a cheaty way of getting redstone and it's still expensive. Um, and so that's actually really cool. You can like see my desert from here. There's my little villagey thing I'm gonna make. I'm gonna try and expand that out this way. There's the temple that I'm making. Like I don't know. It's one of the things that I think Feed the Beast was lacking was the heart of Minecraft because we were all concerned so much about teching up. And so in 1.7, you don't have to worry about teching up because it's not a thing. And that's really cool. And so if we do ever go to a Feed the Beast, I understand that we definitely want some tech because I don't think you could like play the game like without the tech. But I'm trying as hard as I can to stay away from it. I've finally, I think, gotten to the point where I can just like smelt iron and not care anymore instead of feeling like I need to be doubling my production. And doubling the production and stuff is really cool, but after a while, you kind of get jaded to it because you just expect it all the time. So yeah, I don't know. As for mods that I would want, I really loved Red Power. I loved micro blocks. I loved the circuitry, I guess. I don't know what it was called, but that was awesome. I think I have to try and keep stuff from spawning on the pads here. I'm just gonna run out of cobblestone real quick, which shouldn't take us horribly long. Anyway, so yeah, Red Power would be a mod that I would love to have back in, and any mod pack that we're getting, it's gonna be a while. Like seriously, we're probably not at all close to the modding API, but we're closer than we've ever been. And I think the modding API will like really, really change the game as to what people do with things. And with that game-changing, mod API-ness, like I've got mods stewing around in the back of my brain that I would love to see occur. And with an API, and if there was a way that Feed the Beast supported people to, that it was really easy to push mods to a server. I don't know how much that is going to be a thing, but if I can come up with a server mod pack and make it really, really, really easy for me to say, these are the mods we play with on my server, then that would also be really useful. And I could then make some mods. I don't know exactly what I'd want. We do finally have our water breathing potion, so that's cool. I would want like transparent ice or whatever it is. I would want that back in the game. That would be cool. I would also, let's see here. If I was adding mods, what would I add? I did come up with an interesting way to change enchantments, to make enchantments an interesting system again, instead of a non-interesting system. Because right now, the crapshoot is nice, but I've got this diamond sword, and it's in my adventurer's chest, which I will show in just a second here, because I'm kind of placing cobblestone semi-randomly right now. But yeah, I spent 30 levels on a diamond sword today, hoping to get something good to do stuff with, and I got Knockback 2, Fire Aspect 2, Unbreaking 3, which, as swords go, is like the only thing that could have made it worse would be Bane of Arthropods, because that's a stupid enchantment. But for 30 levels, like there was a lot of enchantments, and it's gonna last me forever, but it doesn't kill anything. It is not a sword of slaying. It is a sword of lame. and I'm not horribly pleased with it. I also do not have a silk touch pick, and I would really want a silk touch pick. And I've been slowly working my way towards it. And enchanting books, uh, book enchantments is a bit of a joke, and that's where I would think I would make the change. You could enchant, you can enchant your tools and such like regular, but you could also throw a book on there and it would let you write an enchantment like Silk Touch. And so you write Silk Touch into a book and you then spend the next 37 levels you acquire or something like that. Some like fairly insanely high number. But once you know what you're doing, you can totally, not a crippling number, but just at low levels, it's kind of ridiculous to worry about, and at high levels, it's not, it's a little bit of effort. Um, but yeah, you have this book, and it's a Silk Touch book, and while you have it in your inventory, it slowly gains durability, would probably be the way I would do it, so that you could anvil things, because anviling things is awesome. And yeah, you would just be able to slowly add magic to this book that you wrote about Silk Touch, and eventually it would be enough that you could use it on a regular anvil and enchant your pick or whatever you are enchanting with this book. That's how I would redo magical items. I totally came up with that the other day when Isaac was on and we were talking about it. Not that Isaac, there's an Isaac on the server. Um, and so, yeah, I thought it was really cool. And that's what I want in a mod. And I would love to make that mod. And as mods go, I don't think it sounds that difficult to make once there is a dang it, enough water. Once there is an API to assist the thing, the making of such mods. There's also the potion suit mod that was an FTB mod where you could get you could have potion like wear a big tank of potion on your back, and you slowly build. You slowly have you have a tank that has fire resistance potions, and you just have like 12 hours of fire resistance. I think that would be an interesting mod. Okay, this way leads to my temple. It's not the side I want. This way. Wait, was there water exposed? Yeah, it kind of does. We want to go use trick of Minecraft. It might not work anymore. It's down here. Yeah, it's not gonna work. One more. So the basic theory behind what I'm doing now is with the encased hole, it won't branch out. And it'll do single stream. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay. So, okay. So really quickly, we're just gonna go and release the first level and break the torch that's up there. Now that we have this way to get up to the next levels. So we will get this level ready for. Oh, that's right. That's a stupidness. The corner. That one's good. That one's good. I'm gonna have to do the rest of them manually. I thought I broke that log. Apparently I didn't. Just the torch. It's dark in here. It's scary. I believe there's water everywhere. Okay. This is gonna be, as things go, this is not as clever. Nope, stay up. Okay. break this one. And break that one. I'm standing on a ladder, which means I suck at breaking things right now. But I need to quickly go down. There we go. And break the top one. And place that. Jump in the water. Ow. Splish. Torches apparently. Okay, so, right, sorry for the silence. Bow. I'm using a crap for bow that I got from the Skelly spawner. It's nothing worth writing home about. Might take a minute or two there, really quick. Let's run inside and get a hopper. We'll make a hopper, because that's a thing. Skeletons do spawn in here sometimes. It's annoying. That's why there's torches everywhere, because I have no idea where they're spawning from. I want to say that I need that and one of these, because I had wood on me, but whatever. I think I need a chest. Leave it done like that. Hopper! What does it do? That is an excellent question. A hopper is a mystically magical device that has specific properties. What it does is I can set it right here, and any item that gets put in it will get put in the chest. And what's more, or rather, but wait, there's more. If we throw items, they also end up in the hopper. So, what this would do, if it was working properly, which it apparently is not, either that or I have really bad rates, is there ought to be mobs spawning up there. Let's see, entities, 40, 35 entities? 37? I think there's things spawning. Sound. Yeah, turn that up a bit. Okay. Entities is down to 0, so I must have been looking at the wrong thing. There ought to be things spawning up there. There is apparently not. It might just be that I'm running a little bit unlucky right now. There's only one layer of it. I think I might do 5. I don't think I'd do 10. But, I suppose nothing would end up in there. But yeah, they're supposed to be spawning in there, wandering off, and falling to their untimely demise. Let's look a little bit closer. What's going on? Let's see. Oh, hey, you know why it might not be working? Because it appears I still have a piece of wood that I could have sworn I've broken twice now at the top here. Yeah. Huh, is right. So let's make a platform, because I don't really want to. No. Okay. Well, the height distance works. It is the proper amount to kill somebody. Let's turn that off. Okay. I want this to be working. I'm suddenly not sure if the, well, you know what would be the best way to do this? Wait, there are arrows. There were arrows. Did I have 2 arrows on me? Is there a pile of arrows? Arrows. Maybe I just had 2 arrows. Let's see, more arrows. But it does occur to me that if I drop the chest and the hopper, what I can do is I can climb up this slowly and laboriously. Climbing, 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 swimming up the thing. It's a long way up, and it looks like we're in an ocean, but we're actually not. Let's get out of here so we don't drown. You do swim faster when you're not next to things. So the thing would be kind of cool with like this. If you didn't have these blocks on the side and it was just like water falling off, that would be an intriguing look. And make it look good, I think. Okay. This spawning level, we're up here. Now, let's break that and see what's below. Nope, it works. Believe it or not, that was the plan.
At least they're all in the chest.
They are all in fact in the chest. I found it a matter of convenience. Okay, so it's not blocked up. I think I might just be getting bad luck. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, look, it's gone. Load in. Load in. Oh, hey. Monsters.
There they are.
Interesting. I do have to go around and torch up some more. I have been like slightly worried about falling into that for a while now.
Is the skeleton behind you or in the tower?
I think it's the one behind me.
Oh. Where's your stuff?
Where is my stuff? I think it's like slowly filtering in. It's picking up all of the cobble first.
Oh.
Yeah, see, it has to like drain through all the cobble in here. But there's bones. Were there bones? Did I have bones in my inventory? I don't know. You know what, screw it. I'm just gonna leave it for a while. We'll come back, come and look Monday, and we'll see. I'll probably add another couple layers on it, maybe do the reskinning, not entirely sure. It's kind of freaky how the metal seems to be gone right now. But thank you guys for watching me build this. No idea how long of an episode this has been, but thank you for watching all the way through. If you have any comments as to what I did wrong as to building this, please leave them down below. Other than that, you guys have yourselves a great weekend. My name is Mehmet WandCow. You guys stay online, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.
Bye.